of my best experiences was just feeling good, being able to build stuff, knowing that you're developing new jobs in your city, new buildings, new event centers, new convention centers, just stuff like that, knowing that you're taking part in something in your community. When did I find an interest in welding? I was probably 19 years old. I dropped out of high school at 16, went back at 19, and my counselor had suggested these, at the time it was classes that they offered in the high school. So when I went down there to check it out, I seen sparks flying and people hammering, cutting, and that's when I drew an interest in the welding. After I learned how to weld, handrails and trailers were some of the first things that we were building in class, in the advanced class. That's where you learn how to square things up, make things look pretty, sand welds down, and just make it look good. One of the things welding did for me was, you learn how to use tape measures, you learn how to make cuts, you learn how to build stuff, you learn how to do things hands-on. So not only do you learn the metal trade, but you also learn how to just become a handyman in general and how to build whatever you want. Welding is a good trade to get into, not only for yourself, or you could do your own home projects or build stuff to sell and make money, but just to get into manufacturing, it's a good high-paying trade. Straight out of high school, I worked at a few fabrication shops where we learned how to do the joining process, prefabbing. One of the things we used there was stainless steel. It was a whole different process of welding called gas tungsten arc welding. It wasn't your mild steel, your regular welding. And the cool thing about that was we were able to get the guys that worked on the laser or the water jet, and they would cut out programs of stuff like this, and then we would tack them up together and bring them home to our families. I started off in fabrication shops. I started off in one, lasted there for a little while, started off in another one, was able to build experience. And then I moved on to Atlas Pacific, where was a more controlled environment. We were inside, able to, Monday through Friday job, everything was great. And then was able to work my way up to Vestas, Towers of America, which is now CS Wind. I've been there for about 9 years. It's also a controlled environment. It's a whole nother animal than what I started out doing. Right, we build the tower for the wind turbine. It's a lot of submerged arc welding and then hand welding for repairs. There's a lot of different processes you can learn there and work your way up. I love doing it. Some of the good things about working in the field is new employee initiation. You got new guys that come in and they're just willing to do whatever. So you got the senior guys that are gonna say, okay, let's mess with this guy. And one time we had a young guy coming in, just willing to do whatever, and we told him that we needed a 5-gallon bucket of steam. So for a good hour and a half, he was going around asking everybody where the buckets of steam were. So it was pretty entertaining. So in the welding field, whatever field it is, but you build relationships, whether it's in the iron workers or millwrights or whatever it is that you do, you build relationships, you meet great guys. It's a brotherhood. You're able to conversate and just meet people that are willing to give you the shirt off of their back. And then it makes you want to give them the shirt off of your back. So it's almost like a brotherhood, family. The cool thing about welding is that it's something that's always needed. Somebody's always looking for a welder in the family or a friend. They always need something welded, whether it's something on a car part, or a handrail that needs repaired. So, there's always, aside from manufacturing and the daily grind, there's always side work where you can kind of bring in a few extra dollars. Some of the personal projects you can do to, help save you money. You don't have to hire anybody. Some of the stuff we've done around here, part of our culture is we cook food on a disc or a disco, which is, we call them disqueadas. And I'm able to build some of those for family members also, or to sell. And we're able to cook food on them. Another one of the things that I was able to do ourselves was metal fence. Like I said, all you do is you spend money on the materials, and then all the labor's free because you do it yourself. One of the bigger things we did around here was the patio. That saved us a ton of money just to be able to do it ourselves. So just some of the benefits of knowing how to build metal. One of the biggest parts of welding is keeping yourself safe. So while we're at work or whether you're at home, you need gloves, a leather jacket, a welder's cap, a welding helmet, earplugs, steel-toe boots, preferably slip-ons so you don't burn any of your laces, some really thick and heavy-duty pants, just stuff like that, safety glasses, just stuff to keep yourself safe from in the working environment. My plan for the future is to ultimately become a welding instructor. Back in 2011, I did part-time welding instructing for about 3 years. That's really where my heart is. So I'd like to get back into that in my older years. It's not so hard on the body. I'm able to go back and give back to what helped me find a career, what helped me become a better man. So ultimately, I would like to do that.